Pathetic Diabetic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the first episode of the Pathetic Diabetic. I know I'm the last person in the world to do a podcast, but I'm pretty lazy. That I've been talking about doing this podcast for probably about 4 years, and even had the name for it, and just telling everybody I'm going to do it. It's coming out soon. Look for it. And, what happens is it's 4 years later, and that's... I'm just bored enough in this pandemic that it's finally going to do it. But I am lazy, so probably only be about 2 or 3 episodes before I quit. And then I'm good at quitting things. So and also getting fired. I got fired from 24 jobs. So I'm good at quitting and getting fired. It's 2 things that I'm good at. I like to start off the bat just telling you what I'm good at. Those 2 things. I also have a cat. I have a cat cam on in case he does anything exciting, because most cats do a lot of things during the day. Pretty exciting animals. They sleep 17 hours a day, and then they just whine and complain and cough up hairballs. And then my cat shits outside of the box, so that's fun. Yep, that's what he does. He won't even shit in the box. It's the one thing I ask him to do. He won't do it. So glad that's happening. It's called the Pathetic Diabetic too, because I'm going to be talking on this about, I'm a type 1 diabetic, got it when I was 18 years old, and talk about, there's a lot of things, I don't run into too many other type 1 diabetics, there's more type 2 diabetics, but let's not talk about them, they're not that important. Let's bring it back to type 1. So you don't see too many out in the wild too much on the street. So when you run into one, it's kind of like seeing another wolf in the woods that, you don't see your kind anymore that often. You're like, hey, do you do this? What about, what happens when you have a low blood sugar? Do you do this kind of thing? Do most people hate you and make fun of you? Stuff like that. And, so there's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things I didn't find out about diabetes. I don't know if the reason is, why is this fucking... is that, there's way less, but I didn't know if you are diabetic out there, congratulations, you're on the team, but you might not know this if you knew the diabetes, but you don't count sugars. You're supposed to count carbs. I didn't know that for 15, 18 years. So I was doing it all wrong. And then, I saw read one blog by a diabetic one time. Oh, really? No shit. I'm glad I didn't meet anybody to tell me that earlier, even my doctors. So so it's, it hasn't been easy being with type 1 diabetes, but there's type 2, if you don't know. Type 2 diabetics, if you are watching out there, you are important, just not as important as us, because we have it for life. And there's a big thing out there, saying that type 1 diabetics and type 2, we hate each other. We're kind of like 2 arch rivals. I think it's true, but type 1s hate the type 2s a little bit more. We're kind of angry with you guys because you can get rid of it. Ours was passed down from our grandparents. You have a chance to get rid of this disease. You did it to yourself. You're a lazy piece of shit like me, but that's not why I got it. Okay? But you have a bad diet, eating too many Popeyes and French fries and eating at the Kmart, the cafeteria in there when you get the Slurpee and the hot dog while you go shopping for, some wife beaters or whatever you do in Kmart. I don't know why you're in there. But there's way more of the type 2s. And we'll talk about you a little bit, mostly just to make fun of. See what's going on in the cat cam. Oh, nothing. Cat's just... Oh, he moved his head. I think he heard the word cat. No. He's going to go sleep now for another 12 hours. So being diabetic's kind of hard too, because we have no like spokesperson that's like legit cool guy. You know, we got Wilfred Brimley. Wilfred Brimley was the spokesperson for diabetes, and wasn't by default. He did it because everyone was laughing because he called it diabetes. So that's how everybody's first introduction to diabetes for a lot of people was this fat older gentleman with this handlebar mustache that looked like he was bored of life in general, and he's the one that's, you know, wearing the cape for our disease. He's our big hero to look up to. I found out there are more diabetics out there that are celebrities, but it's not a good list. Jay Cutler used to be in the Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler, he's a type 1 diabetic. And a lot of people, show you a picture of Jay Cutler here. A lot of people think Jay Cutler, you know, was so bored from football and he didn't like it. And he's just disinterested about a bunch of things. He just couldn't care less about playing football. And they got a lot of hate for it. It's like, no, motherfucker, this guy has diabetes, okay? That's just how we are. We are not happy people. We have constant mood swings because our blood sugars are going up, down, up, down, up, down. So we hate a lot of things. We hate ourselves. We hate our life. We hate you. Of course he hates football in that moment. When they took those pictures of Jay Cutler, like looking all sad on the sidelines, he had a blood sugar probably like 32. Get that guy some juice, you know? That's all I needed. Make him a little bit happier. Better impression. Also, like that guy from the Bulls that couldn't shoot the basketball. Like, it's a good rebounder. Who was that guy's name? Joaquin Phoenix? No, that's not right. Noah something. Yeah, I don't even know his name, and he's a type 1 diabetic. These are the people I'm looking up to. I don't even know their names. And he was that rebounder who was good for a few years. He could just rebound the ball, kind of like Dennis Rodman, but if Dennis Rodman, if he wasn't that great. And also he was white instead of black, just like Dennis Rodman. So, yeah, those are the people we look up to. Those are the type 1 diabetes. Diabetes also got a lot of syllables in it, and I don't want to keep saying it all the time. So if you're in the know, like me, I just call it the beaties. It's just the beaties. Like, and people are like, what's up with your beaties today? And I'm like, not a good day. Is a good day, whatever. You know, I'm like, oh, man, that's too bad. I will tell you, though, if you are diabetic, you got the beaties, then definitely milk it where you can. Okay, milk it. All right? You need to get off work, diabetes. A lot of people don't know what diabetes is. Okay? You say like, hey, Ryan, oh, you're not feeling, what happened today? Diabetes. Click. Have the day off. You know, you break up with your girlfriend, tell her like, it's not you, it's diabetes. It just doesn't have time for you anymore. It's a very serious disease, and it needs to be close with me and not to be near you right now. And also, she doesn't need to know that I don't like her anymore, or that, I never really did like her. I was just, in a bad spot in my life. It was the holidays. I was looking for some companionship. Next thing you know, it's 8 months later. We're living together in the second floor of my buddy's studio apartment. Then, fast forward a couple months later, found out she was making out with another girl at 5 a.m. in the backyard garden. So, you don't do things like that, but I do it. I do that. That's me. I got the beaties. You're gonna find I'm a little bit different. I'm not. Some people might say dirtbag. I don't like to say that word. I just like to have fun, and at other people's expenses sometimes. And it is what it is. That girl, we won't say her name. It definitely wasn't Bolivia. It wasn't her. That wasn't her name. And yeah, that was, that one was, flash in the frying pan. Like, that was a fast. But you don't do that. You don't make spur decisions. Is that the saying? I don't know. Spur of the moment. Yeah. See, I'll just blame that on low blood sugar. Anytime I have a hiccup on this, it's low blood sugar I have. Remember, another thing I'm saying, milk this disease for all you fucking can. Where you can, all right? You better believe I just got that vaccine yesterday, the second dose, but I bullshitted my way into that. I was like, give me the shot already. Give me the shot. They're like, oh, what is it? Are you in the 1B or whatever? I'm like, I got diabetes. I'm diabetic. Like, what do you want? Like, no, that's not. No, we're doing people who are almost dead, like 75 or older, last stages of life. We're going to give them the vaccines, the ones that are almost dead. And then also, if you're an essential worker, and essential worker, you can basically just make up something and call it essential. So guess what your boy here did? Beatty's boy? 2 a.m. the night before, because I already had the appointment set up, I signed up for DoorDash. Didn't even drive yet. Not even had one drop off, one Panera sandwich or fucking Diet Coke to anyone. Nothing. But I signed up for it, and I was like, I bet you this does fall on essential worker, because people have to have their Burger King Whoppers. That's essential. That's going to get them through the night, and it's also going to progress their way into getting type 2 diabetes. So you want to make sure you get that Whopper, and as fast as possible, while you've been sitting on the couch for 3 months doing nothing. So I signed up for DoorDash. I showed the guy, and he's like, hey, you don't look like you're not 80 years old. And I'm like, thank you, appreciate it. That's nice of you to say that. But also, he's like, where are you? And I was just listing off a whole bunch of things, trying to see what would work or what would stick against the wall, to get me this vaccine. I'm like, I don't know, I'm a Capricorn. I have a rash on my leg. I have a cat who's kind of a dick. I have I don't have a job really ever. Got the diabetes, type 1, all this stuff. Just shooting my bullets at this guy. And he's like, I don't see it. And then I was like, DoorDash? He's like, yeah, DoorDash. Essential. It's essential work out there. That's essential. You need a bag of Funyuns delivered to your house. You need a large Crush Slurpee. And a Swisher Sweet. Okay, that's essential. You're getting the vaccine, buddy. You are getting the vaccine. Let's check out the cat cam. My cat's name is Ruby. She should know. The cat's name's Ruby. A lot of people have been having trouble during this pandemic, especially if you're in a relationship. Because if you're in a relationship, as soon as this went down, they're like, everybody's got to be home and everybody's got to be locked down. I knew it. The people who are in relationships, married, long-term, living together, a lot of divorces, a lot of breakups just going to happen. And I've been saying that too, because I almost broke up with my cat. My cat's... We're in the same room together. I'm seeing his face all the time. It gets annoying fast. It gets real annoying. And it's like, he stares at me all day, and I'm like, find something to fucking do, Or he's like, he needs his water filled up in his bowl every day. Like, Jesus Christ, how much water do you drink? You sleep 18 hours a day. Just stupid shit. But I was like, maybe I need to break up with this. This is too much for me. I don't need this in my life. I got enough going on with, I also sleep 17 hours a day. So I got that, and, TV, I watch TV, and there's a lot of other stuff probably that I'm forgetting right now, but I have a busy schedule. I signed up for DoorDash, I might do that. So that's just thoughts in my head are keeping me busy. So yeah, there's that, So my cat, I was looking into getting rid of him, and I was going to maybe, I don't even know how you get rid of a pet, and they make it really hard, and you have to pay someone money. I was like, maybe I just need to get someone in the mob or something, just get rid of this. It's just a pet. I mean, why is it so hard to get rid of this, It's a mob hit on my cat or something, throw him in a duffel bag, just take him out to some river. I don't need to know about it. that's not, I don't want to do that to my cat. Obviously it's not, we got the cat cam on, it's doing well, but you have a lot of time to think, and during this time, a lot of time to think and a lot of time to hate. And I hate a lot of things, and cat's one of them. But if you just poop in the fucking box, I mean, what are we even talking about? Poop in a box. It's not. I've had cats throughout the years. I'm a cat guy. Don't mean to brag. A lot of people, like, when you tell them oh yeah, I have a cat, they're just like, it's getting late, I think I'll go. Okay, I don't need to fucking hear about your cat. Yeah, you got a cat? Great. What else exciting about you? But if everyone has a dog, they have to like stop and show you 20 photos and like, a whole photo album of pictures of them, videos. You got to see a picture of their first birthday cake they had, their face slopping in. Oh, that's great. And just telling you the name, it's zodiac sign. But a cat, it's like, oh, that's disgusting. It's gross. Or I'm allergic. I don't think people are even allergic to cats. They just make up that story because they hate cats that much. They don't want to see your goddamn cat. Yeah, so that's what's going on with me. And, I'm sure this podcast is going to hit off pretty soon. I've been making a lot of money because, I'm only one of like 10 billion podcasts out there. So sure to pop off. And I got this nice studio here. I don't know if you can see, but, I am the pathetic diabetic for a reason. I broke up with my last girlfriend. There's maybe, let's say 2 years ago, to be nice. And, I've been crashing with my sister's place, sleeping on her childhood daybed. So that's what I like to do. That's what I was talking to her a few months ago, and I was saying like how I'd been crashing there, and she's like, Ryan, I don't think you can call it crashing anymore when it's been 2 years. It's like, that's a good point. That is a good point. You can't say, but you don't. When you say crashing somewhere, it sounds good in your own head. So it helps you sleep at night. So I'm still crashing here. Okay. And, I'm going to take the cat cam over, and you're going to see it. I'm going to show just the day bed that I am sleeping on. And, there it is. And it's pretty sweet. Yeah. That's from her childhood. And, I also put Miami Dolphins blanket on there, so I wouldn't feel like I'm a 12-year-old schoolgirl. So that's makes me help me sleep at night, kind of get a little bit masculine up there. And so yeah, I've been doing that and crashing here. I am moving out soon, maybe. We'll see. Waiting. I have good credit. It's not that, folks. I have great credit. The thing about credit is if you have bad credit, which I did for years, like I had a $300 credit limit when I was 21 years old, and I bought like a PlayStation, and then I never paid for it. And then 2 years, I never paid off the credit card. Then 2 years later, they say, you owe $2,800. And I'm like, go fuck yourself, because I'm 21 now and I don't have that kind of money. And this is bullshit. And you're a kid with no responsibilities. So go fuck yourself. So then that happened on 2 credit cards, Capital One. Shout out to those assholes. And I'm like, don't have the money, and I'm not going to pay you. And as we already found out, I'm a guy who loses a lot of jobs. So I'm not going to be around to make that cash. So, yeah, like, the thing is, but with credit, if you wait just long enough, it all goes away. All those bad charges and all those bill collectors, they go away. Just wait it out. That's what you're going to learn too. That's one thing, is if you have bad credit, don't pay off your bills. Don't chicken out, okay? Don't chicken out and go the responsible way of paying off these cards or paying back your bill collectors. Wait it out. Yeah. 8-10 years goes by real fast. Next thing you know, all of a sudden you look at your credit score. Oh, looks like you've been paying your phone bill on time for the last 8 months. You're up to 580 credit. And then, you finished paying off your futon that you put it on financed for 7 years. But that credit's up to 620. So next thing you know, all of a sudden you got good credit. It's really good. Cat's gone. I don't know. It's going around looking the shit somewhere probably. Just make my life a living hell. That's what this cat does. So you have good credit. I have good credit now, so it's not that. I'm just waiting. It's not the criminal background check either. I passed that with flying colors. I haven't been put in jail or anything like that. It's not yet. It's just I'm trying to get into one of those apartments that they say they have for people who are diabetics. No, the people that are down and out and sleeping on their sister's childhood daybed. I put that on the application, hoping that they would give me a better rate. But yeah, if you have lower income, or if you're you're affected by, you don't make money, or if you've been fired from 28 jobs. I said 23, 24. Who knows how many it was? I might be lying to myself. It could be a lot more. So they have these. I did real estate for a summer because and I quit because I'm a quitter. But what I learned in real estate is there are certain apartments, especially if there's over 25 units, if they build them, if there's a giant apartment complexes, a lot of times HUD, I think it's House of Urban or something, Development, something like that. But it's all I know, it's called HUD. And HUD, they'll help you. I don't know if it's some kind of rule they made that a certain percentage of your apartments, I think it's like 10%, have to be provided to people who are considered low income. So if you have 25 or more units in your apartment complex, like 10% of the rents that come in, they have to be provided to people with lower income. And they're called AROs. And AROs are, sorry, I keep looking at my cat because I know he's going to try to take a dump here somewhere and ruin my podcast and my life again. So called AROs, and those are like affordable reasons ordinance. It's probably wrong. I'm wrong at a lot of things. So yeah, affordable, reasonable would not be words that's not the right talk. So I looked into that, and I found that loophole. A lot of people that you call these apartments, they don't want to rent them. They don't want you knowing they're supposed to have those AROs. So you have to shake them down. You're like, hey, yeah, like, so you have AROs in your place? I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. It says on your website under HUD that you have 12 available. So what's up? And they're like, oh, actually we do, because they don't want that less money. They're trying to squeeze every last dime out of you, those goddamn landlords. So I'm waiting. I they didn't give it to me at first, and I filed an appeal, and I told them I'm working for DoorDash. I'm just gonna keep telling everybody I work for DoorDash, and all I have is I took a screenshot of my profile on the DoorDash app, and I just show everybody, and I just hope if DoorDash can open the door for me getting the vaccine before an 85-year-old elderly lady, then what are we even talking about? You know what I mean? DoorDash is the best. I mean, what door can't they open? All right? I mean, it's in their name. It's DoorDash. So, I tell them work for DoorDash. Make a little extra money. Just help me out. I mean, if they need to see a picture of the daybed I'm sleeping on, I can do that. If I'll tell them, if they need me to, I'll milk the diabetes thing as much as I can. You know what I mean? I'll bring a limp in. I'll tell them I got a fake wooden leg. I lost it to diabetes. Anything it takes. I'm getting in that goddamn apartment. All right? Because it's hard. It's hard it's hard dating a girl when you're crashing with your sister after 2 years, and then you want to like maybe, bring her back to see a movie, or a little hanky panky is what they say. It's all the kids are saying, and it's a little hard, to romance a girl on a squeaky daybed. Beanie Babies are flying off the side of it, and you're trying to say, "What's wrong, girl? What's up, huh? I thought you put on the Spice Girls and lit a couple candles, and what's up?" They're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm out of here. What is this? You have like a Dawson's Creek poster on your wall. Like, I'm out of here. What are we doing?" So it's not gonna work. So if my life, to move forward, especially in the relationship, it's gonna have to, I gotta put on my big boy pants and get it. Is this cat shitting? Get out of here. Get back in the cat cam. My cat will eat anything. He eats anything off the ground. It doesn't matter what it is. You can throw a tack on the ground, he'll try to eat it. My cat's a little bit not very smart. I think I wouldn't say he has brain damage, but he's definitely maybe a product of inbreeding. He doesn't have any like soft features or weird looks or anything, but he's not smart. He doesn't pick up things fast. Like, he'll walk into a room and he won't know why he walked in that room. Then he'll leave the room, and then 2 seconds later he'll walk back in that room, and then again not realize why he was going into this room. So he'll do that 25 times in a row. That's the kind of smart cat he is. So it's that just if you can't figure out how to poop in a box, there's probably something wrong with you. Hey. And there's a lot wrong with it. I rescued him from an animal shelter too, and like brought him home, and it's kind of sick and stuff, but I don't know what happened. It's this goddamn pandemic. You ever notice, like, when everything's going down, like with the COVID and everyone shut down, whenever there's a problem, no matter what it is, in a restaurant, a job, at home, people just like, they don't want to accept responsibility. They'll just go, "It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic, okay? Yeah, it's a goddamn pandemic. So, what do you want us to do?" Like, I asked for almond milk in my latte, and you clearly put in half and half. It's a pandemic. Maybe you haven't heard? Yeah, it's a pandemic, so we don't have almond milk, okay? Huh? Hey, you forgot to give me one of my my baked mostaccioli in my order from Olive Garden. It's a pandemic. Maybe you haven't heard. Okay, sorry, we have a lot of things going on, like a virus that's taking out the world. Sorry, your baked mostaccioli didn't make it to your house. Stuff like that. So I don't even know where I was going with that, because my cat keeps me meowing. But because of this goddamn pandemic, I'm definitely going to have to get a mob hit on this cat. Driving me crazy. This cat eats more than me, okay? Like, I forgot to tell you that not only I got type 1 diabetes, but I also have Crohn's disease. Because if you get one autoimmune disease, they say it's kind of like you're already on the team. It's like, and you can have more teams come by and say like, "Hey, can I join your team?" Yeah, autoimmune's just another word for, like, it's like a fair weather disease. It's like whatever new disease is out there, or a whole bunch of autoimmune diseases, they all want to play on your team. They want to come over on your side. So you can get your diabetes if you have that. Not type 2, we don't talk about them, but type 1 diabetes. If you have that, you're more susceptible to like things like Crohn's disease or any other thing that ends in E's. So I got the Crohn's disease. And another thing about diabetes, Great name, huh? Great name for it, huh? The beginning of your disease begins with the word die. Okay? We're off to a great start. Yeah, we're off to a great start. Hey, we're going to start the name of your disease off with the way it's going to end. You 6 feet underground. All right? Just so you're reminded of it all the time, every time you tell someone you're diabetic. So that's good. So I got the Crohn's disease. I got that's cool thing. I had that for 5 years and didn't know what that is. It's basically your inflammation goes from your esophagus all the way down to your rectum. So that's like that's everything. That's right the start and the end again, like throat to butt, right there. Anything along those ways can be inflamed. So I have to take a Humira shot. So the diabetes and the Crohn's disease is they constantly hate each other, fighting back and forth. You know, like I'll put some food in there. That's what the diabetes says. It's like, it's good for you. Like, oh, it's good for diabetic to help you and your blood sugar and stuff. And Crohn's is like, fuck that. This shit ain't getting through our intestines. No, sir. Try again. Like, you try to be with diabetes, eat things healthy and stuff, and produce or a lot of vegetables. And Crohn's is like, yeah, we want all just shit food. For some reason, with Crohn's disease, shitty foods, way better for you. It's like, the more carbs, the merrier. Like, we don't want fuck brown rice. We need white rice. Fuck your veggies. Just eat, like, basically, if you want to eat at Taco Bell, that's okay. Taco Bell's great for Crohn's disease, but terrible for diabetes. Diabetes, stay away from sugar. Crohn's is like, no problem. Fucking sugar it all day over here. All right? Just don't try to stick a fucking piece of asparagus down your throat or fucking ruin your day. Fucking Crohn's disease. Yeah, so they hate each other. My two diseases, the diabetes and the Crohn's. They fucking hate each other too, just like the type 1, type 2s. It's rough. And on top of everything else, my cat does have some kind of bowel disease to itself. It's like it's trying to mirror me. It's like when two girls, like, who work together or like, around each other all the time, they kind of have the same menstrual cycle. Well, it's kind of like me and my cat. We're on the same, basically, bowel movement cycle. Bloody stools and all that. We're basically, on the same time. So, like, I'm surprised that I don't even start shitting outside the toilet just because my cat does it outside the box. I mean, these are just honest things we're saying. I haven't done it yet. Could I? Maybe. I mean, Crohn's, sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go. So if you're not near a bathroom, you're looking for a bucket or a giant big gulp cup or something to go, and you might not make it. I might be just as like stupid as this cat. So you can see in the cat cam again, no one's there. That's good. Yeah, so I know this pandemic's been hard for everyone, but you gotta kind of like break up the day too, I'm always breaking up the day because I got nothing to do really, so it's like, I set my alarm, but it's, who are we kidding? I don't have to get up for nothing. And I don't set it at like a realistic time. It's like I'm basically setting the alarm so I don't sleep the whole time the sun is out. So I'll wake up around the crack of 2 if good. Sometimes it's 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, 2 p.m. is a good wake up time. And I'm awake more at night when everyone's asleep because I like, I'm not like a always time friendly person. I'll blame that on the diabetes too. I don't like people that much. Okay. Yeah. So I'll wake up like around the crack of 2. There's not much to do today. You got to break it up. I'll like in the beginning I was like, I must have done this bedroom like redesign this bedroom and reorganize things in 5 different ways. I put a lamp in each corner of this room, the same lamp, trying to break up the day. Let's say, what will this book look like when it's on over here on this shelf? Oh, that's nice. Or what? How about I have the how about I take the microwave and put it on an angle on that table? Maybe that's a good idea, huh? That's a good idea. Or maybe I'll take these books. Maybe I'll alphabetize them by genre. Maybe I'll do that by genre. Just things to break up the day. But a lot of times I'll go out and just get coffee, or I'll sit in my car. A lot of times I'll just basically like a homeless person. I like to do that routine basically every day, but almost not completely homeless. Like I live in my car person kind of thing. And I'll do that, and just stare at my iPad and then stare out the window at people walking by who then stare at me, and then I flick them off. It's what I do. Just how it is, because I hate people. Like, why are you looking at me? Mind your business. I'm in my car. All right? Yeah, I'm in my car. I'm drinking Panera coffee in my car, and I'm talking to myself just like I'm talking to myself now. All right? Who knows? Sometimes this podcast might be in my car. Who knows? And it might be permanently in my car if I don't get this fucking apartment. All right? Wondering if I should bring this daybed when or if I do move out, or if I should get a new bed. You know what I mean? Because it's got some nostalgia there. It's got a lot of. It's been through with my sister and part of the family for many years. New beds cost a shit ton of money. That's why mattress fucking companies are always saying we're going out of sale again. It's a mattress bonanza. They always have these crazy sales going on. It's insane. Someone left the door unlocked and dumped in all of this excess of mattresses, and we have nowhere to put them. So we're practically giving them away. And then, insane. And then you go in for these sales, and then they're still like, yeah, that's $900 for just this thing you sleep on. $900. Like, what? $900? Like, what? Is it like stuffed with fucking pearls or M&Ms? Like, I don't understand. Like, and then you're like, oh, did you get a box frame? You need a box frame. What is it? Does anybody even know what a box frame does? Oh, it supports it. It doesn't do anything, box frame. We've just been adding on this basically a hardened version of what we're supposed to be sleeping on. This hard box that we're sleeping up and then putting a cozy soft box on top of it. And like, oh, and then you need to get a bed frame too. Bed frame. What? Oh yeah, so you need a bed frame and you need a box frame and then you need the mattress. And the next thing you know, it's $900, and you went into this place because you saw this guy dressed like the Statue of Liberty on the side of the road, and he's flipping the sign saying, this he's giving you this speech like this: the Liberty sale is everything's 100% off, and you go in there and you're walking out $900 later, and you put it on your credit card. And then you don't pay it off for 8 years. So that happens. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on. So I don't know if I should do the daybed or not. One good thing about the daybed is you can sit on it and sleep on it, and it's great. It's great for representing. Like you can represent like you said, you can put your stuffed animals on it all along the sides. You can like let some jeans dry over the top of it. You can, like, in the corner, you can stash a lot of, like a lot of candy, or not candy. I mean, if you're not diabetic, like put a lot of candy over there in the corner. You can, like, if you're into ventriloquism, like you can put up, your puppets, whatever, along the side, like they're a part of you, or a part of your, your room and stuff. You can, a lot of things. You can, don't have sex on one. That's the one thing you can't do. Not because it's not physically possible, but because no one will want to. So I think that's probably a good time to end this broadcast. So I'm going to be like doing some, not only I'm going to talk a lot about like diabetes or everyday like situations and problems that happens with me, but you're also getting the pathetic diabetics, like just his everyday life, his stories. We're going to keep the cat cam on. He's an important part of the show until we get that mob hit on him. And hopefully I'll keep this going for about 3 or 4 episodes if I can, and just keep living the dream. And let's just cross our fingers I get that, that apartment. And you guys get the vaccine, sign up for DoorDash, get that vaccine. You don't have to drive or anything, just sign up. It's the way to go. DoorDash is the future. This is a pathetic diabetic. Bye.